Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Sagittarius. So let's see what's supporting you during this time. Of course, cross watchers are welcome. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, Sagittarius, just check out your other placements. All right, so starting off your reading with one card from the Kyle Gray Oracle deck, you've got Freya. Phases and cycles. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. You could probably be dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn also got Freya, dealing with closing out major cycles. Yeah, so Sagittarius, it's been a minute. Let's see what's going on for you at this time. Potentially closing out some cycles, beginnings, endings. We'll go into your challenge position, what's coming towards you, and your advice. So my dear Sag babies, okay. Okay, you've got a few major arcanas that popped up here. So this is a pretty powerful energy. Okay. In your challenge position, you've got the Strength, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Wands. So you are definitely dealing with a lot of fiery energy right now. You could be dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or another Sagittarius. There is strength in surrendering. There is grace under pressure. And I think this is what the strength to the Ten of Wands is trying to show you. You might be having a hard time with some like burdens, some responsibilities, something that feels heavy. And you are potentially walking away from a situation that's no longer fulfilling. You could be moving towards like a third party with the King of Wands here. But just remember, the grass isn't greener. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Yeah, you could be like tempted to move away from some situation that you just find like heavy, but essentially you're just taking all your internal emotional baggage with you. So yeah, especially in your challenge position here, just be mindful not to be like putting the responsibility of the inner work that you need to do onto someone else. Like, nobody's really going to save you. We all have to learn how to save ourselves. Of course, you can find the support in others, but at the end of the day, it's like you're alone with your own thoughts. You know, you have to be able to sleep at night with a clear conscience. You might be having some kind of like awakening or epiphany. Yeah, what's coming towards you? This is really powerful energy here. I'm liking this energy for you. I feel like you've got the High Priestess to the Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups. You are going to move into like a very feminine, receptive state. I feel like this King of Wands, this relationship that you're moving towards, it will provide you that safety net where you can begin to develop some self-awareness, greater self-awareness, do some inner work. You're going to be very in touch with your intuition with the High Priestess here. And you might also be dealing with a Pisces with the Hanged Man. But yeah, you're going to be like very in tune with your emotions. You might be processing a lot of emotions because you have been like carrying a lot of baggage here with the Ten of Wands. So you know, whatever the situation that you're moving towards, it's really providing you like that safety where you can begin to process and like develop your almost like psychic gifts as well. So the relationship you're moving towards, it might like awaken something within you where you're just like having almost like prophetic dreams, synchronicities, like psychic moments, just things that have been dormant for a while are going to start coming online. Yeah, you're opening up a new cycle of experience. So you're not necessarily like closing out a cycle, but you're opening up something that's been dormant for a while. With the Queen of Cups here, this is Scorpio energy too. Yeah, you've got a lot of fire and water in your reading. So, you know, this is like pitta, this is power, power and flow. You could be like starting like a yoga practice or a Pilates practice, something that like you are showing up every day consistently and you're disciplined, and you're also in a state of flow with this like rigidity of like discipline of like, say for example, waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, like doing 1 hour of your yoga practice, but in that 1 hour you're just like purely in a state of flow. You're able to look at the world through a different lens. Yeah, the Queen of Cups here, this is the beloved. Once you start like stepping into that power, yeah, illusions are revealed. There's going to be a lot of like downloads, like cosmic gifts just coming online. Yeah, I really like this energy for you. And I know I said the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but it seems like you're moving in a direction where you're just like intuitively being led, and it's almost like you know that the grass isn't greener on the other side, but you know that you're moving towards a situation that's going to provide you that stability and framework to really hone in on some psychic gifts and skills. You could be like moving to an ashram. Yeah, Sagittarius, you are like very, very spiritual. You are ruled by Jupiter, as Pisces is as well. So, and Neptune with Pisces, but big energy, good luck energy. You're becoming that like sage, you know, you're gaining a lot of wisdom. You could be, yeah, moving to an like ashram for a year, moving to like Thailand or, you know, Bali, or, you know, just to like study yoga with other like-minded people. And as you're like surrounded in this environment with like-minded individuals, it's almost like through osmosis that all of your psychic gifts start to like come online. Yeah, because you're leaving a situation that has like caused you to be like too strong for too long, carrying too many burdens that you felt that weren't even yours. So as you begin like a deep spiritual practice, a deep meditative practice, you're going to gain that objective viewpoint of the world where you realize like there, you know, essentially you've just been taking on other people's stuff for no reason at all. Maybe you've been raised to feel a certain way. You know, you could be the oldest child out of your siblings, you know, the luck of the draw, like just like had a lot of responsibility put on you at a young age, and now you're just you're deciding to like carve your own path for your own life. Your advice, you've got the Lovers, the Five of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So with the Five of Wands here, I always call this like the Kundalini awakening card, even though it looks pretty violent. It's that sacral chakra, that fire that lives below the belly at our sex organs. It's becomes activated through friction, stress, pressure. So, you know, you could be partaking in like vigorous yoga practices, Kriya yoga, Kundalini yoga, where you are raising that energy. With the Lovers here, the way that I'm seeing this for your reading, it's that balance between the feminine and the masculine, the Ida and the Pingala. So yeah, the Ida, I believe, is the masculine, Pingala is the feminine, or vice versa. I'm so sorry if they're opposite, but the Sushumna is the center channel. So if you think of that, like even the medical symbol with the like spine, it's straight, and then you have the two snakes, you know, going in opposite directions as they meet together at the third eye, and then expanding up and out through the crown. So this is like a beautiful transition, showing some type of awakening here through the physical practices that you might be partaking in. With the Knight of Cups here, you're going to move into like a nice, like romantic, like you might have like that awakening, but it's going to be very gentle, and it's going to open like a romantic side of you. Again, you might have Pisces in your chart. You know, it came up, or Scorpio. Yeah, you've probably got some water in your chart somewhere that's like making you, yeah, like become kind of that like romantic, you know. You're going to start looking at the world a little bit differently, where, you know, you won't be taking on the burdens of others. You might be like taking up like a musical instrument, like playing the guitar or the piano or the harp, and just creating like a lovely experience and surrounding for others, even the sound bowls. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups here, it's going to be a very like beautiful energy for you. And I also feel like even though you're going to be involved in some type of like spiritual community, you're not going to be like spiritually bypassing, because you've got a lot of major arcanas here that are talking about, you know, truly being in touch with that inner work, truly being in touch with your gifts. And I don't think people are going to be able to like lie to you or like spiritually bypass situations with you. You know, you're going to be very authentic and real, because you're putting in the discipline and the work at this time. Okay, my dear Sagittarius, this was a very, very beautiful reading. Let's close it off with one card from the Yogic Path Guidebook. Pitta, what did I say? Yeah, that fire and water. Okay, let's read the description. The fiery dosha, powerful, strong-willed, and feisty. Fire and water are the two most powerful elements that can create and destroy anything. Together, they create Pitta, which is empowering you today. You are in a determined place in your life. You know what you want, and a fire has been set under your seat to achieve it. You are setting goals for yourself and focused on the task at hand. Perhaps this is the time to emerge as a leader and teach others your strength and wisdom. You are transforming the world with your actions. Just don't lose connection with the water within you, and remember to play. Yeah, that's why I feel like taking up like a really soft, easy musical instrument will help to kind of balance this fiery element as you move forward with your experience. It's going to help to create that state of flow in your life as well. Okay, my dear Sagittarius, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.